about acceleration due to gravity, right? And continuation from that. So as we know that the earth attracts each and every body which is lying near to the surface of our earth, and that attraction is towards the center of the earth, right? So the origin of these forces between the earth and your body is due to the interaction between the masses. So it is the earth and the body which is near to the surface of the earth or under the influence of this force of the earth, and this earth attracts this body towards the center, right? So that is due to this interaction between these two masses, the body mass and the earth mass. So the force of attraction exerted by the earth, so the force of attraction that is due to, so exerted by earth on the body, right? So the force of earth on the body, and it is attracted towards the center, it is nothing but gravitational pull, or simply we call it as a gravity. Clear? So the force of attraction exerted by the earth on the body is nothing but gravitational pull, or simply we call that it as a gravity. So we know that when force acts on the body, it produces some acceleration. Clear? So therefore a body under the effect of gravitational pull must accelerate. That means, so whenever the force is acting on your body, so due to that force acting on the body, so the body should accelerate, and the body, so that the body is moving towards the center of the earth. So the acceleration due to gravity can be defined as the acceleration produced by the body under the influence of gravity of earth is known as acceleration due to gravity. So the definition for this is, so by the definition, the acceleration produced by the body under the influence of gravity is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, and it is denoted by the letter small z, right? So the small g has, that means the small g is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, so it has the units of same as the acceleration. Of course it is also nothing but an acceleration, so but this acceleration is due to gravity, so acceleration due to gravity has the same units of acceleration. So SI units are meter per second square and serious units are centimeter per second square, whereas the dimension formula is m L T power minus 2, that means m0 L T power minus 2. Since here there is no mass, we are not discussing about the mass, that means in the unit there is no mass, so mass 0, there is a length, and time is power minus 2 times. Clear? So the acceleration due to gravity does not depend on mass. Whether the body is lighter body or heavier body, whatever it is, so it does not depend upon that mass, right? So the g is acceleration due to gravity, right? So from this we can say that the acceleration due to gravity does not depend whether the body is a lighter body or heavier body, right? Whatever the body is, so on each and every body the acceleration due to gravity acts. Clear? And the product of the mass of the body along with acceleration due to gravity, which gives the weight of the body. So weight is equal to mass of that body on that body, how much gravitational force is acting. So if we multiply those two terms, we can get that weight of the body. So weight has the same units of force. Of course, weight is also nothing but force, as we know that force is equal to mass into acceleration. So MA. So here convert this mass into g. G is nothing but also acceleration, right? So mg, so force is nothing but mg or mg. This force and weight both are equal. So weight has the same units of force. Next one is an expression for acceleration due to gravity. So let's see the g, how that g depends on what portion the acceleration due to gravity depends and how the g obtained. So consider it is the earth and the mass of earth is capital M, clear, and it is the radius of the earth. And imagine there is a body which is on the surface of the earth. So while compare the mass of the body with the earth mass, so the mass of the body is very small, so we can neglect that. Since if the size of the body is very small as compared to that of the earth, then the distance between the center of the body and the earth will be approximately equal to the radius of the earth. That means the distance from the body to center of the earth is nearly equal to the radius of the earth, because of the body is very small when compared to the mass of the earth, right? So therefore the force of attraction on the body, is equal to capital G capital M small m by r square. So it is the force of attraction between the earth and the body, where m is the mass of the earth and small m is the mass of the body, and r is the distance between the center of the earth to the mass of the body, right? So, and as we know that the earth produces acceleration due to gravity, so the force is nothing but ma, and we can rewrite this as mg, where G A is nothing but acceleration. So here on the body the acceleration is due to the gravity of the earth, so F is equal to mg, clear? Now substitute instead of F, we can write that as mg. Substitute equation 2 in equation 1. So mg is equal to capital Z capital M small m by r square. So small m and small m gets cancelled. We got Z is equal to capital Z capital M by r square. Clear? So small g is equal to capital Z capital M by r square. So it is the relation between small g and capital G, where small g is acceleration due to gravity and capital G is nothing but law of gravitation, universal gravitational force. Right? So from this, by the equation formula, density is equal to mass by volume. I need mass, so mass is equal to density into volume. Mass is equal to density into volume. So that here we need that mass of the earth, since earth is a sphere, so mass of earth capital M is equal to 4 by 3 pi, right? So 4 by 3 pi into r cube. Mass is equal to, volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. And we need mass, so mass is equal to volume into density rho. So mass of the earth is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. So substitute instead of m, we can write this equation 3. So keep it as 4 and keep it as 3. Substitute 4 in 3. So G is equal to capital C 4 by 3 pi r cube into density by r square. So r square and cube gets cancelled, here only r. So G is equal to capital G 4 by 3 into pi into r into density. So here G 4 by 3 pi, if we keep r this as a constant, so G is directly proportional to capital R into density. The acceleration due to gravity is directly proportional to radius of the earth into density. By the equation 3, G is equal to G into m by r square. So G is a constant. So G is equal to G is directly proportional to capital M by r square. Mark it as 6. Right. So here I derived we got so many equations. So from all these equations, we can say that from this 3 equation, we will rewrite this equation 3 as G is directly proportional to m by r square because of capital G is universal gravitational constant. So it is a constant value. If we neglect this, if we remove this, G is directly proportional to m by r square. So that means if G is directly proportional to mass of the earth, that means if mass of the earth increases, acceleration due to gravity also increases. So from this equation I am writing as G is directly proportional to mass and G is directly proportional to 1 by r square. In the first case it is r is constant, in this case it is m is constant, right? And in the same way, from this equation, G is directly proportional to r when density is constant, right? So if you observe here, if r is constant, G is directly proportional to mass. If m is constant, G is directly proportional to 1 by r square. If density is constant, G is directly proportional to r. So depending upon each category, like if acceleration due to gravity is related to radius of the earth and density, if density is constant, G is directly proportional to radius of the earth. And in the same way, by the equation G is equal to capital M by r square, G is directly proportional to m by r square. That means if m by r square is the bigger value, then G is also bigger one. Or if we separate this, if r is constant, G is directly proportional to m, which means if mass increases, acceleration due to gravity also increases. If mass of the body is constant and radius is changing, so G is inversely proportional to r square. So if r square is decreases and G value becomes increases. Here, so by this the acceleration due to gravity G changes depending upon the radius, density and mass and radius. So from this you can observe that the acceleration due to gravity G changes from point to point or from different physical quantity to different physical quantities. Here the acceleration due to gravity is changing. So first one, variation of G, value of G. So in the case of shape of the earth, first case is shape of earth. Here, so the earth looks like this, right? So if you observe, it is the equator, and these are the poles. It is the center of the earth. It is the radius of earth. It is the radius of pole. Right? So, by the relation between acceleration due to gravity and universal gravitational constant, as we already discussed recently, so G is equal to capital G capital M by R square. The value of G vary with the shape of the earth. So the acceleration due to gravity G on the surface of the earth, it is on the surface of the earth, it is given by G is equal to capital G capital M by R square. So as you know that the shape of the earth, the expression for G is calculated by considering the earth as a spherical body. But earth is not spherical in shape, but it is in elliptical shape, as you already seen in this figure. So the radius of the earth is not constant at everywhere, because since you can observe here, radius of earth, so for that radius of earth, radius of equator is greater than radius of pole. Since you can observe this, for a circle, complete circle, the radius is constant, but in this case, in this elliptical shape, radius of equator is greater than radius of pole, right? So the equatorial radius is about nearly 21 kilometers longer than the 21 kilometers of radius of pole. So that radius of equator is greater than the radius of pole. So this equation for at equator, we can write the same equation as GE, acceleration due to gravity at equator, is equal to capital G capital M, because universal gravitational constant is constant, mass of the earth is constant, but radius of earth is varies. Okay, and at pole, GP is equal to capital G capital M by RP square. So at equator, the G acceleration due to gravity is GE, GM by RE square. At pole, GP is GM by RP square. Right? So by dividing these equations, 3 by 2, divide 3 by 2. Equation 3 by 2. So that means GP by GE, P by GE is equal to GM by RP square by GM by RE square. Clear? So GP by GE, GM gets cancelled, 1 by RP square into RE square by 1. So GP by GE is equal to RE square by RP square. So if you observe, GP by GE is equal to RE by RP square, since RE is greater than, as I already said that RE is greater than RP. Okay, so GP is equal to RE square and GE is equal to RP square. So which one is greater, RE or RP? Since RE is greater than RP, that means radius of earth is greater than, so radius of equator is greater than radius of pole. So gravity, GP is nothing but gravity. So gravity at the pole is greater than gravity at the equator. So you can observe, right? From this, since our equation radius of equator is greater than radius of pole, since acceleration due to gravity depends upon the shape of the earth, so gravity at pole is greater than gravity at equator because of depending upon the radius of equator is greater than radius of pole. Since r is nothing but radius of equator, rp is nothing but radius of pole. So the gravity at poles, at this position, the gravity is more than the gravity at the equator. Clear? So next one is about variation of value of g with altitude, with increasing in height above the surface of the earth, right? So it is the earth, and from center to surface of the earth is nothing but radius. Okay, so if the body is at A, we call it as the body is on the surface. The height increases. So if the body is at B, clear? So here the body height increases. We call it as, let's say it as h. Okay. So same by acceleration due to gravity, formula is small g is equal to capital G into capital M by r square. For suppose the body is at the point B, which is at height h above the surface. So from here to here, what is the total height? From here to here it is r. From here to here, O to B it is r plus h. So the total height is r plus h. So at B, the equation G will become gravity at h, height is equal to capital G capital M by r plus e, so r plus h whole square. Because r square, r is radius, if the body is at A, but the body at B, so from A to B the height is h, so from O to B the height is r plus h, so r square, so r plus h whole square, right? It is second equation. Clear? So dividing equation 2 by 1, divide 2 by 1, so gh by g is equal to gm by r plus h whole square by gm by r square. So gm gets cancelled. That implies gh by g is equal to 1 by r plus h whole square by 1 by r square. So this can be written as gh by g is equal to 1 by r plus h whole square into r square by 1. So if you observe, gh by g is equal to r square by r plus h whole square, right? So while comparing r and r plus h, so obviously r plus h is greater than r. So from this, gh is equal to r square, and we can write this g is equal to r plus h whole square. As we already know that r plus h is greater than r, so as we are going on certain height from the surface of the earth, so the acceleration due to gravity decreases. So gh is lesser than g from this, because of g here in this case, if we move on from the surface of the earth to a certain height, if the height increases, the r value not increasing. So the g is equal to r plus h. So we comparing these two, it is r square, it is r plus h whole square. Obviously r plus h is greater than r, so g is greater than gh. So if we are going on, if we increase the height from the surface of the earth, if you are moving upwards, so the acceleration due to gravity decreases, right? So in this case, if the height increases, the acceleration due to gravity decreases than original gravity.